ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Yes. Next continuation topic is the blood group typing. Blood group typing or assertion of blood groups. What is the blood group typing? What is the assertion of blood group? What is the blood group typing or assertion of blood group means? Determining of blood group of unknown person. Determining of blood group of unknown person is said to be as the blood group typing or assertion of the blood groups. Definitely unknown person blood group, if it is tested, unknown person blood group if it is gets determined, that is said to be as the blood group typing or the assertion of the blood groups. Then how we can identify, how we can diagnose the unknown person's blood group means by using anti-serum A, anti-serum A, anti-serum B, anti-serum B, we may be determinate the blood group of the person. Anti-serum A is always with antibody A. That is with the antibody A. Anti-serum A nothing but this is the liquid which is with the antibody A. Anti-serum B is with the antibody B. That is with the B. Antibody A is always reacted with the antigen A because antigen antibody reaction is highly specific. Antigen antibody reaction is highly specific. Means what here? Always antigen A is reacted with antigen B. Sorry, antigen A is always reacted with antibody A. Antigen B is always reacted with antibody B only. So always antigen A is always reacted with the antibody A. Antigen B is always reacted with the antibody B only. Never antigen A is reacted with the antibody B. Never antigen B is reacted with the antibody A. Always antigen antibody reaction is highly specific. Highly specific means always antigen A is reacted with only antibody A. Always antigen B is reacted with antibody B only. Definitely by using the anti-serum A, this anti-serum A is with antibody A. By using the anti-serum B, that is with antibody B, we may be determine, we may be diagnose the blood group of the unknown person. So then what is the procedure means? Just assume. What is the procedure of the ascertaining of the blood group means? Just assume if we can collect the unknown blood group person, unknown person's blood to determine the blood group. For example, if we can collect the blood from the X person whose blood group is unknown, we have to determine the blood group of the person. At first, we have to collect the blood from the tested person. We have to collect the blood from the tested person onto the microtiter plate. This is said to be as the microtiter plate. This is the microtiter plate. Definitely this is the microtiter plate. At first we have to collect the blood from the unknown person onto the microtiter plate. Later we have to add antiserum A to that collected blood. So after adding the antiserum A to that collected blood, if reaction is occurs, then that blood group may be A or AB. Then how we can confirm that blood group may be A or AB? If the blood of the person is reacted with antiserum A, that blood group may be A or may be AB. Then how we can determine that? Means whenever there is the chance to react that blood with antiserum A, whenever that blood maybe gets reacted with antiserum A, means whenever in the blood of the person on the surface of the RBC membrane antigen A is present, then only that is reacted with antibody A of antiserum A. In the antiserum A, what is the antibody which is present? Antibody A is present. In the antiserum A, antibody A is present. Whenever there is the chance to react this blood group with antiserum A, means whenever on the surface of the RBC of this person antigen A is present, then only this blood is reacted with antiserum A, then that blood group may be A or AB. Because in the A blood grouped person on the surface of the RBC, antigen A is present. In the AB blood grouped person also, on the surface of the RBC, antigen A is present. 1 minute, sir. So whenever on the surface of the, means in the A blood grouped person, on the surface of the RBC antigen A is present, so that only this antiserum A can be reacted with A blood grouped person blood. Antiserum A can be reacted with AB blood grouped person also, because in AB blood grouped person on the surface of the RBC also antigen A is present. So that only if the collected blood from the unknown person, if it is reacted with antiserum A, then we can conclude that may be A blood group or that may be AB blood group. We cannot say immediately that is the A blood group, that is the AB blood group. So secondly, to the same blood, we have to add antiserum B also. To the same blood antiserum B also we have to add. If this blood is reacted with the antiserum B also, then we can confirm that is the AB blood group. Definitely, if this kind of the blood is also reacted with the antiserum B, in antiserum B, what is the antibody which is present? Antibody B. Antibody B is always reacted with the antigen B. So that only in the AB blood grouped person on the surface membrane of the RBC, B antigen is also present. So that only if this blood sample which is collected from the unknown person, if it is reacted with both anti-serum A and anti-serum B, then we can say that is the AB blood group. If this collected blood from the unknown person is reacted with both anti-serum A and anti-serum B, that is the AB blood group. Because on the AB blood grouped person RBC membrane, antigen A is present. That is reacted with antibody A of anti-serum A. Definitely in AB blood grouped person on the surface membrane of the RBC, antigen A is present. That is reacted with antibody A of anti-serum A. Again in the AB blood grouped person on the surface membrane of the RBC, definitely antigen B is also present. So that only that may be reacted with the antibody B of anti-serum B. Means if that blood sample which is collected from the unknown person is reacted with both anti-serum A and anti-serum B, then we can say that is the AB blood group. Otherwise, if this blood sample is only reacted with the anti-serum A but not with the anti-serum B, if this blood sample is only reacted with the anti-serum A but not with the anti-serum B, then we can say that is the A blood group. Because in the A blood grouped person on the surface membrane of the RBC, antigen A is present. So that only that antigen A gets reacted with the antibody A of anti-serum A. So if the blood sample is reacted with only anti-serum A but not with the anti-serum B, then that is the A blood group. If the blood group is reacted with only anti-serum B but not with the anti-serum A, that is with the B blood group. If the blood group is reacted with both the anti-serum A and B, that is the AB blood group. If the blood sample is not gets reacted with both anti-serum A and B, that is O blood group. So in this case, just assume, definitely if collected blood sample is only reacted with the anti-serum A but not with the anti-serum B, then that is the A blood group. Otherwise, if the blood sample is reacted with only anti-serum B but not with the anti-serum A. For example, if we collect the blood from the unknown person, if we add anti-serum B, if reaction is occurs, then we can suspect that may be B or AB blood group. That may be B blood group or AB blood group. Because whenever there is the chance to react anti-serum B with the unknown person's blood group, means whenever in collected person's blood RBC membrane antigen B is present, then only antibody B of anti-serum B is reacted with that. By that way, blood gets clumped. At the same time, in AB blood grouped person also, on the surface membrane of the RBC, antigen B is present. So that only that AB blood sample also may be reacted with the anti-serum B, because in which antibody B is present. So if the unknown person blood sample is reacted with the anti-serum B, that blood group may be B or AB. Then to confirm that, we have to add anti-serum A also. Anti-serum A also to that blood sample. If this blood sample is not reacted with the anti-serum A, if this blood sample is reacted with only anti-serum B, then that blood group is B. Because whenever there is the chance to not react the blood sample with antiserum A on the surface membrane of the RBC, antigen A is not present, then automatically it's not reacted with the antiserum A. So in that way, if blood sample is reacted with only antiserum B but not with the antiserum A, that is the B blood group. Otherwise, if this blood sample is reacted with both antiserum A and antiserum B, that is the AB blood group. Otherwise, if the collected blood sample is not reacted with both antiserum A and antiserum B, if the collected blood sample is not reacted with both antiserum A and antiserum B, then we can say that is the O blood group. Because in the O blood grouped person, on the surface membrane of the RBC, antigens are absent. Antigen A is not present, antigen B is not present. So that only this antibody A, antibody B are not reacted with that RBC membrane. So if this blood sample is not reacted with both antiserum A, antiserum B, then that blood group is said to be as the O blood group. So in that way, definitely we can ascertain, we can finally confirm the blood group of that kind of the person. So what are the important points of this blood group typing means? First point, if blood sample is reacted with only antiserum A, then it is A blood group. So unknown blood sample, if it is only reacted with antiserum A, then that is the A blood group. If blood sample is reacted with only antiserum B, then it is B blood group. Then it is B blood group. Otherwise, if blood sample is reacted with both antiserum A and antiserum B, then it is AB blood group. Fourth one, if blood sample is not reacted with both antiserum A and antiserum B, then it is O blood group. It is O blood group. So in that way, if the unknown person's blood sample is only reacted with the antiserum A, that is A blood group. If unknown person's blood sample is reacted with only anti-serum B, అయిపోయినట్టు చూడండి సార్ అయినట్టు చూడండి. If unknown person's blood sample is reacted with B sample unknown person's blood sample is reacted with only anti-serum B, then it is the B blood group. If unknown person's blood sample is reacted with both anti-serum A and anti-serum B, then it is the AB blood group. If unknown person's blood sample is not reacted with both anti-serum A and anti-serum B, then it is the O blood group. Next to blood transfusion. Next one is the blood transfusion. So what is the blood transfusion? Blood transferring. Next one is the blood transfusion. Blood transfusion. What is the blood transfusion means? Transferring of the blood from one person to another person. Transferring of the blood from one person to another person is said to be as the blood transfusion. So definitely, if we can transfer the blood from the between two different blood grouped persons, that must be leads to clumping of RBC in recipient body. For example, if we can transfer blood from the A blood grouped person into B blood grouped person, definitely both of them are the different blood groups. If we can transfer the blood from the A blood group into B blood grouped person, definitely inside of B blood grouped person, this RBCs are gets clumped, RBCs are gets destructed, by that way finally person may be leads to death. Then what is the reason for that kind of the destruction of the RBC in the B blood grouped person means? In this kind of the blood transfusion, A is said to be as the donor, B is said to be as the recipient. In this case, he is the recipient, he is the donor. Then why in the B blood grouped person, RBC destruction is taken place means, in the case of the B blood grouped person, on the surface membrane of RBC, in the B blood grouped person, on surface of the RBC, definitely what is present here? What is the antigen which is present? Antigen B is present. On the surface, antigen B is present. What kind of the antibody is present in the blood plasma? Anti-A antibody. Definitely anti-A antibody is present. Anti-A antibody is present in the plasma, blood plasma. So again on the surface membrane of the RBC of A blood group, what is the antigen which is present? Antigen A. In the A blood grouped person, just assume he is the A blood grouped person. On the surface membrane of A blood grouped person, what is the antigen which is present means antigen A. Antigen A is present. Again in the B blood grouped person, on the surface membrane of the RBC, antigen B. In blood plasma, definitely antibody A is present. Just assume he is the B blood grouped person. On the membrane surface of RBC, definitely in the B blood grouped person, antigen B is present in plasma. anti-A antibody is present. So during the blood transfusion, always reaction is occurs between the anti-A antibody of recipient with antigen A of donor. Definitely should remember here, why in the B blood grouped person's body RBCs are gets clumped means, in the B blood grouped person in the blood plasma, what type of the antibodies are present? Anti-A antibodies are present. This anti-A antibodies of recipient reacted with antigen A of donor, because whenever these RBCs are entered into this body, whenever from the A blood grouped person blood is reaches into B person's body, in B person's blood anti-A antibodies are present in the blood plasma. They immediately reacted with antigen A of donor. By that way reaction is continued. By that way RBC cells are gets ruptured. Means during the blood transfusion, most probably reaction is occurs between the antigen of donor, antibody of recipient. You should remember, this is very important point. During the blood transfusion, reaction most probably occurs between the antigen of donor, he is the donor here, he is the recipient. Reaction is occurs between the antigen of donor, antibody of recipient. This is the antibody, he is the recipient. Antibody of recipient means anti-A antibody is reacted with antigen A. By that way inside of the B body, blood cells or RBCs are gets subjected to clumping. They are destructed. Finally, they may be leads to formation of the clots. If that clots maybe gets accumulated in the blood vessel, that maybe causes the disturbance to the blood flow. Finally, person maybe leads to death. So, in that way, if the reaction is occurs between the antibody of recipient, antigen of donor, that reaction is said to be as the agglutination reaction. That reaction is said to be as the agglutination reaction. That is said to be as the agglutination reaction. So during the blood transfusion, if the reaction is occurs between the antigen of donor, antibody of recipient, then that is said to be as the agglutination reaction. Or this is also this kind of the blood transfusion is said to be as the compatible blood transfusion. Incompatible means not matching. In this case, blood groups are not matched here. Between the unmatched persons, if this blood is gets transfused, that must be leads to the agglutination reaction. That kind of the transfusion is said to be as the incompatible blood transfusion. Then, what are the compatible blood transfusions? What are the blood transfusion methods which are given in our syllabus? What are the blood transfusion methods means? There are two types of the blood transfusion methods. There are the two types of the blood transfusion methods. One is the RBC compatibility method. One is the RBC compatibility method. Second one is the plasma compatibility. Plasma compatibility method. Definitely, there are two types of blood transfusions. There are two types of blood transfusions. One is the RBC compatibility method, second one is the plasma compatibility method. So what is the RBC compatibility? Compatibility means not reaction. By considering what kind of the component, if we can transfuse the blood, reactions may not be occur. That is said to be as the RBC compatibility. So by considering what kind of the components between the donor and the recipient, if we can transfuse the blood, reaction is not occurs. That is said to be as the RBC compatibility method. Definitely, in RBC compatibility to not occur the reaction, we have to consider antigen of donor, antibody of recipient. Antibody of recipient. By considering antigen of donor, antibody of recipient, if we can transfuse the blood, in what way reactions may not be occurred. That is the RBC compatibility. Compatibility means reactions may not be occurred. If reactions occurs, that is the incompatibility. Reactions, if they are not occur, that is the compatibility. So for example, if I transfer the O blood into A into B, at first reactions are occurs or not? Definitely in this case, who is the donor? O. Who is the recipient? A. So definitely in this blood transfusion, whether reaction is occurs or not, if we observe, definitely by the RBC compatibility method or in RBC compatibility method, between what type of the components reaction we have to observe? Antigen of donor, antibody of recipient. Definitely who is the donor here? O. In the O blood grouped person on the surface of the RBC, antigen is not present. Here antigen is not present. But in the A blood grouped person, he is the recipient. A blood grouped person is the recipient here. But in his blood plasma, what is present? Antibody is present. Though here antibody is present, but here antigen is not present in the donor surface of RBC. So reaction is not occur. Here antigen of donor have to be considered. Antigen of donor, antibody of recipient have to be considered. But in this case, on the donor, here O is the donor, A is the recipient. On the O blood group person's RBC surface, antigen is not present, so that reaction is not occur. So it is the compatible transfusion. In this transfusion, finally reaction cannot be occur. Similarly, if we can transfuse the blood from the O into B, if we can transfuse the blood from the O into B, in this case, who is the donor? O. Who is the recipient? B. On the surface of the donor RBC, we have to consider antigen. But here antigen is not present on the surface of the RBC membrane of O. But here he is the recipient. In his blood plasma, anti-antibodies are present. So though here antibodies are present, but here antigens are not present, so reaction may not be occurs. So antigen of donor, antibody of recipient have to be considered, So definitely in this both cases also, on the surface membrane of the donor RBC, antigens are absent. So that only there is no chance to occur the reaction. Similarly, if reaction is not occurs, that is the compatible transfusion. Similarly, if from the A, blood is transfused into AB. If from the A, blood is transferred into AB. Here, who is the donor? A. What is the antigen which is present on the surface membrane of RBC of A blood group? A antigen. Means in this transfusion, A is the donor. On the donor RBC surface, what is the component which we have to consider? Antigen A. Definitely in the A blood group person on the surface of RBC, antigen A is present. Next, antibody of recipient. Definitely in the case of the AB blood group person, in blood plasma, antibodies are completely absent. So that only, though on surface membrane of the RBC of donor, antigen A is present, due to the absence of the antibody in the recipient person, reaction will not be occur. So that only this is also compatible transfusion, that is acceptable transfusion. Similarly, if we can transfer the blood from the B into AB, in this case also, who is the donor here? B. On the surface membrane of the RBC of the B, antigen B is present. Who is the recipient? AB. In AB, recipient to blood plasma, antibody is completely absent. So definitely on the donor RBC surface, antigen B is present, but in the case of the recipient person's blood plasma, antibodies are absent. So that only reaction is not occurs here also. So this is also acceptable transfusion, or this is also compatible transfusion. Similarly, if we the blood from the O into AB, if we can transfer the blood from the O into AB, in this case, who is the donor? O. Who is the recipient? AB. In donor RBC surface, antigen is not present. In recipient blood plasma, antibody is not present, so reaction may not be occurs. In that way, as per the RBC compatibility method, by considering antigen of donor, antibody of recipient, in what way blood transfusions make easy, in what way compatible blood transfusion may be possible, means O blood grouped person can be able to transfuse the blood into A without getting reaction. O blood grouped person can be able to donate the blood to B without reaction. O blood grouped person is able to donate the blood to the AB without getting reaction. Means here O blood grouped person is able to donate the blood to all rest of other blood grouped persons without getting any incompatibility. So O blood grouped person is able to can donate the blood to other blood grouped persons without getting any reaction. O can donate the blood to A, O can donate the blood to B, O can donate the blood to AB without causing any agglutination reaction. So that only O blood O blood group, specifically O negative. O negative blood group is commonly called as universal donor. O negative blood group person is commonly called as the universal donor because he can very freely donate the blood to A, donate the blood to B, donate the blood to AB without causing any agglutination reaction. So he is the universal donor. Similarly, AB blood grouped person can receive the blood from O, can receive the blood from B, can receive the blood from A. AB blood grouped person receives blood from all other blood grouped persons very freely without causing any reaction, without causing any incompatibility. So that only AB blood grouped person is said to be as the universal recipient. Definitely AB positive blood grouped person, AB positive blood grouped person is commonly called as the universal recipient or universal acceptor. He is said to be as the universal recipient or universal acceptor because he can able to receive the blood from the A, blood from the B, blood from the O. So that only he is said to be as the universal recipient. అంతే చూడండి.